Hey, yellow, bitches. I'm going to do a different insult every time I start this podcast because I don't want to have the same intro every time. I'm not lame like that. I'm unique. I'm special. So, I'm your host, Shmolty. I almost said Shammy. Jesus fucking Christ, the meme is becoming real. The meme or the joke, because that's what memes are now. They just have replaced the word joke. But anyway, today I forgot to do the Welcome to Hangin with the Sloth. Forgot that part. Got to introduce the podcast in case this is someone's first time listening. Today I have with me Avery, aka Shammy, which is explaining, the title not only, but then also the joke that I just made about how I fucking almost said Shammy, because I almost did. And we talk about a lot of good shit. We talk about how I'm basically him, and I just copy him in everything he's ever done. So that's interesting. You'll want to hear more about that. Some of essentially inside both of our creative process, but of course with a focus on the real creative person here, because he comes up with the content for both of us. And of course, good old-fashioned video games. We all love video games as much as I talk shit on them, and Shammy the same, of course, because I stole it from him. So anyway, I'm gonna stop with this awful sarcasm and just jump right into the podcast. So enjoy. All right, I'm here with Avery, but you probably know him as Shammy on YouTube.
Hello.
First of all, Avery, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. And first of all, how dare you?
How dare
You think you could call me Avery the first time we fucking talked to one another? That's
yeah.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
Wow. Okay,
nah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm here with Shammy on YouTube. That's actually a good segue into my first question.
Oh, God.
Which is, so I remember
where the name
at some
Shammy
point,
comes from.
Yeah.
It's where the name,
no.
It's not, I'm not telling you.
Kind of not. But
okay, go ahead, then.
More like you said at one point in your videos that Shammy is a character, correct?
Yes.
You made.
Yeah.
So is that still the case, or is it kind of just blended into...
Well, yeah, it is still a character to an extent. It is more... I've mentioned this in the Q&A. It is definitely drifted closer to my real personality, but it is still, it's very much an exaggerated version of my personality. I am not that much of a cunt, I don't think, in person, but who fucking knows, I might be, and I might just have no self-awareness whatsoever about it.
Right. I don't think you're a cunt.
This is literally the first time we've ever been in a call together.
This is, and I don't know why that is, to be honest. I really don't know.
We don't sorry, I'm moving my laptop. We don't like play the same video games, so we don't really like spend time playing games together or anything.
That's most of it. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
I don't think we play much of the same shit, but maybe that'll change.
I don't think we play
day.
any of the same shit. Oh, I hope not.
Fuck you. Okay, so basically, to quickly summarize for anyone who somehow doesn't know you, but found me.
Fucking YouTube sensation, Shammy TV.
Not even that, just like more you're my overlord.
Most famous internet on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Shammy TV. I do snarky, comedic video game reviews and other random shit. And people often call Shmolty here a clone of me, and quite frankly, how dare you?
Yeah, quite frankly, fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I don't really think so. I think
really?
it's just yeah, no, not really. I think it's just it's the animal avatar more than anything. I think it's the fact that you use. Well, I mean, you move towards the cartoon version of the sloth now, but it was photoshopped pictures of an animal saying snarky things about video games in a fairly monotone voice.
So
like
so it's
presentation wise. No, I'm saying presentation wise it's similar. So people say that you're a clone because you have a similar presentation to me. And I think it's really interesting that you're getting called a clone of me, because I still get called a clone of other people like all the time.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. It's really interesting to me that people would call you a Shammy clone.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
We're definitely the first person to ever have an animal avatar.
Yes, we are the first people on the planet to have an animal avatar and to make teehee funny ha-has about video games on the internet.
never been done before. So
it's
naturally, we're clones.
Yeah, naturally.
That's how the internet works.
It's weird. I'm still getting used to the fact that there are a few things, and I know I like made fun of this earlier, but I'm still getting used to the fact that people are familiar with what I do at this point, and familiar enough with what I do to call other people clones of me in the first place. Yeah. It's really weird, because for anyone who follows my channel and found my channel recently and isn't aware, up until like December of last year, I had like, I don't know, like 6,000 subs. I think by the time I hit December, like going into January, I had like something like 6,000 subscribers. I could be misremembering. The timeline could be a little bit off there. But after that, I went from 6,000 subscribers to 70,000 subscribers over the course of 1 month out of fucking nowhere. I didn't even upload a video that got super popular. It just like exploded completely out of nowhere. And I still to this day do not know how that happened. And so I haven't really had much of an adjustment period to being like a known channel, I guess.
Sure.
It's still very, 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 very weird to me. And I'm sure it's weird for like everyone who does it. Like even people who did have that like slow build up. Like I imagine it is still weird on some level, but I don't know. I think and me and I don't know if you're familiar with Joseph Anderson. He does long form video game analysis, and he's very good. But he had a similar thing where his channel like blew up like completely out of nowhere as well. But I mean, in his case, it was because he made a video that got super duper popular, and in my case, it was so. Yeah, it's really weird, and I've talked to him about that a lot, about how neither of us have had any kind of an adjustment period at all for being known, for being compared to people, for having other people call people a clone of me or him. It's still really, really weird.
Right.
And I see it like
you went from nobody watching your videos to an enormous
like
audience.
when I posted, I don't if you're familiar with my video, I need to stop saying that. If you are familiar with my videos though, when I posted the original fucking No Man's Sky review, that was the most viewed video on that was like the biggest, that's not true, that was the most viewed review I had at that time, and it got like 12,000 views, and typically my videos would hover around like 6,000-ish. My reviews specifically would hover around like 6,000-ish, and when I uploaded the Recore review, that one got like 4,500 or something. Like it was very, very, not like very, very low viewership, but it was significantly lower than people like, I don't fucking know, like other people who do what I do, and it's significantly lower than like my viewership is now.
Right.
Naturally, because that's how time works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking weird. It's because I'm still in my head, like on some level, I'm still there, which is dumb at this point because it has been 7 months since that whole explosion happened. And I've gotten to the point where like people I've watched for years have started like contacting me and like watching my stuff. And that's in itself is super fucking bizarre. But
I can relate.
Yeah.
It's this conversation right now.
You have not been watching me for fucking years. Take that fucking dick out of your mouth.
But
Shut up.
I was a fan though. And I remember when I discovered your channel, I watched, I think it was one of your reviews, and you like made a joke about how nobody watches your videos. And I was like, this video has over 100,000 views. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah. People always point out those jokes because they're like, this video is less than a year old and you're making, what are you talking about? You at like fucking, what were you at this point? Like what, 90,000 subs? Shut the fuck up. I think in my original No Man's Sky review, I actually show my sub count, and I was at like 5.4k subs at the time of uploading it.
Yeah. I remember that.
It was 5.4 or 4.5. I don't remember which.
One of those low numbers, rookie numbers, dude.
Nah.
Numbers.
You need to fucking watch yourself. 4.5 thousand subs is not a low amount.
No, like, it's not at all. It really
that's a
isn't.
lot. That's
people
a fucking lot.
Yeah, people don't realize.
Yeah, no. For anyone who doesn't like know, like YouTube wise, the first 10,000 subscribers that you get on YouTube are the hardest that is the hardest fucking barrier to break. Like, if you have 1,000 subs, you need to understand that you are like top 1% of people who make content on YouTube. Probably top 0.1%. Like, you are well above the pack at that point. You're on your way. And it's really, I know it's discouraging at that level because you see people who have like 1 million subs. You see people who have like 10 million subs. You see people getting more subs than you have lifetime in a day. But I mean, that's exposure. Those people are showing up and recommended. They're showing up higher in search results for you. It's not really an apt comparison. Like 1,000 subs in and of itself is a fucking accomplishment.
It really is. People don't like, they think of that as like, oh, you're still a tiny channel, but really that is a grind to get that 1,000.
Yeah. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, you are still a tiny channel, like 1,000 subs. You're still like comparatively to like people who can do it full time, you are small, but
yeah, I mean, but it's just about like appreciating that a lot of work went into that, even that number. Exactly.
It's, I don't know. People either tend to, this is something I've noticed. People are at that level. Sorry, I'm fucking stuttering. People at that level tend to either really fucking undersell themselves or really oversell their popularity.
Yes.
And there's not really a middle ground. It's I have 1.3k subs. You're talking to a big YouTube boy. Fucking watch yourself.
Jesus.
Like that shit. Yeah. I've seen a lot of that. I've met people who have fucking I've met people who have 1,500 subscribers who have bigger egos than people I know who have well over 1 million subscribers. And it's unreal. It's weird because it's a sliding scale. It really is.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And naturally it depends on the person. Sorry, I'm completely cutting you off. This is
you're fine. This is your interview, man.
Eat a dick.
I'm just here to guide you into your
I'm not here to carry
your
you.
rants.
I already gave you a fucking visual style. I don't need a fucking I'm drinking tea.
I take everything from you, man. Don't you know that?
That's true.
Nothing
Literally
is original.
Every joke.
Every single joke.
Every single joke, and I'm your ghostwriter.
I actually had a person in my Discord, one of my mods. He was like, "You should make a video and literally just have Shammy cut in the beginning and be like, it was me the whole time. I was just ghostwriting for him. I make all his videos."
Yeah, I think I suggested doing that at one point as well. Didn't I suggest appearing in a video at one point to try and shut the people up who were calling you a clone?
You did.
I'm pretty sure I remember doing that.
And I remember I said, I might just take you up on that, and then I never did.
You died. I think we were talking about sorry about For Honor.
Yeah, For Honor. Ugh. The origins of my channel. I remember when I first tweeted you. Do you remember the first attention grab?
I do remember the first attention grab. It was you pointed out, you were like, people always call me a fucking @ShammyTV clone. And I was like, okay, first of all, not subtle. Second of all, let's look at your videos and see how accurate that is.
It's so bad. I would say I regret it, but I don't, because it worked.
I know you don't. It did work.
It worked. I got what I wanted.
For the record, not gonna work again. Don't try and do the same shit. It's not gonna work again. I've had other people try and do that since, and it has not worked because they are actually trying to imitate my style.
Right, because I'm one of the good ones, right, Dad? The silence. the cringe. No, but I remember that was cringe. That was crazy.
That fucking word.
Oh, cringe.
Sorry, I hate the word cringe. It is so fucking overused.
It is. It is bad.
Cringe at this point means something I don't like, something I don't agree with, or I don't know verbs, so I'm going to say cringe.
That's what happens on the internet. Like, I just tweeted the other day how shitpost is just an upload now. Yeah,
I've noticed that because people are like, man, Shammy has the highest quality shitposts.
Right, exactly, and it's like
one.
It doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. Like, shitpost means, and also like this is related to that. When did meme replace the word joke? When did that happen? Because I hate that. Because I fucking hate that. I don't like memes. I'm not big on them.
I think I remember you saying that at one point, that you're not a fan of memes.
I'm pretty sure I said that in that Q&A video I did. And also, I just recorded a Q&A episode of my podcast. So I'm answering questions all the fucking time and really repeating myself.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Mean, that happens.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, this is yet another exercise in showing people how much less entertaining I am when I do not have a script.
Oh, so, don't cut yourself short like that.
It's true.
Okay, okay, yes. Who isn't? Find me a human being who isn't. I'm serious.
I know some people like I have a friend Brendan. He's a channel, Brendaniel. I think most of his shit is improv anyways, but I think he as a person is way funnier off camera than he is on camera. And same goes for I don't want to turn this into a fucking name drop city. I know a few people who are significantly funnier off camera or off video or whatever than they are on video. As far as I'm concerned.
But I feel like if you're writing comedy scripts, you're gonna bring out the best of your comedy. More than just
sometimes. It depends on your style of comedy, because if you have a very reactive sense of humor, then you can't really get that across in writing the same way that you can riffing with someone. Some people are just better at riffing than they are at writing.
Yeah, I guess that's true as well. But it's no fault for it, because I'm the same way.
Yeah. I'm really bad at improv, so which is why it's really confusing to me. Like, in retrospect, that since 2010, I've wanted to do a podcast when I was fucking 14 years old.
Well, podcasts don't have to be 100% improv comedy. Sometimes it's just a conversation.
Yeah, sometimes it is just a conversation. But if you're doing a comedy podcast, you should probably have some comedy improv chops on some level.
Nah, just YOLO that shit.
Well, that would explain your podcast.
Yeah, and here we are.
That's
exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel it's weird, though, because if you don't do pure comedy, do you still say it's comedy? Because that's your intent. Or do you market it as something else?
What do you mean?
Like, since I want this to be a comedy podcast, yes, but it's also sort of like a interview.
Well, I would if it's not pure comedy, you could sell it as a lifestyle podcast.
A lifestyle?
Lifestyle. I don't know.
This is much of our conversations. This is me asking you what the fuck to do with myself. That's like the majority of what we talk about.
That is very true. Most of the time when we interact, it's you asking me what to do.
I'm just like,
I am your ghostwriter. Holy shit. Oh, dude, fucking tied it back together. It's what I do.
Wow, dude. You are good at improv. What are you talking about? Can you tell I'm a
comedy writer? God.
Oh, man. I actually tweeted when I added you, pinged you, whatever, tagged you on Twitter.
It's yeah, I guess tagged works. Whatever.
When I contacted you indirectly, I also tried to hit whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
You
don't worry about it. Stop cutting me off. This
right?
is my podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm really bad about that.
It's fine. I'm kidding. But I also added Anthony Pitt 1, which is another YouTuber that people were like, you're a clone of.
Yes.
He didn't reply.
Ooh.
He didn't give in to the thirst. Does that make him better or worse?
That's a really good question. Is it a thirst though? Because when you fucking tagged me, I mean like he didn't. Oh, I thought you were saying I had thirst, and I was like, okay,
I was the thirsty one.
Let's talk about this for a fucking minute, Shmolty.
But you gave in to the thirst, is what I was saying. You were I
didn't.
Okay.
I looked at your videos. First video I saw wasn't even a For Honor video. I think it was how to be a YouTuber or whatever that video is called.
I was really proud of that video.
Yeah, I think that's a good video. That's why I watched that video. Actually, no. The first thing I did was I responded sarcastically, being like, how dare you steal my incredible, unique format of video game jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I actually took a look at your channel and I saw that video and I was like, that's not bad. And he complimented me in it. So
yeah. Oh my God, dude. I've mentioned you or like gestured towards your content in so many videos because it's just a joke to me.
I noticed in the fucking... what is that? The you played games and then you like did like mini reviews of
the
them.
Steam
and then
Summer Sale Haul.
that one, yeah, the Shmolty Steam Summer Sale Haul. You fucking pop up a little owl in the corner, and funnily enough, I checked, and that is one of the lowest amount of shammies in your comments section. So I guess it worked.
Yeah,
because in your, I think in your For Honor 400 hours later thing, because I just wanted to send a snarky tweet to you because you were being a fucking cuck, and
I do that.
So yeah, I know you're known for it.
Sure
So I just went into your For Honor thing. I expanded as many comments as YouTube would let me, and then I just searched Shammy, and it had like 24 results or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good. It's funny. I like it. It's fun to be on the other. It's fun to be on the other side of that for a change.
I bet it is. It's fun on my side though. There's a lot of jokes to be made about it.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair,
will call someone else a Shmolty clone, and that person will cry.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think so. I think it'll happen at some point.
I feel like it would just go up the ladder. They'd be like Shmolty clone, but Shmolty's a Shammy clone.
Okay, but people call me a Yahtzee clone, and they don't call you a Yahtzee clone. They call you a Shammy clone.
Fair enough.
So I don't think that's necessarily true. And also, again, your style, like your visual style, is admittedly similar to mine, but your comedic style, you're like the way you tell jokes is really different from the way I do it, because most of my jokes rely on
convoluted
wordplay.
simile.
It's not even just complicated. I'm trying to move away from that. I rely too heavily on like really fucking complicated similes.
Right. Yeah. I've noticed. I love them though. I think it's fun.
Yeah. No, they're fun. I like doing them. I don't want that to be it.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
So I have the review I'm currently working on, which the script is almost fucking done for, and I'm so fucking ready to be done with this stupid fucking script. I am so. Because, like, I'm not going to name what the game I'm reviewing is, but I guarantee you do not fucking care about it. Because no one fucking cares about this game that I've taken a month and a half to work on a fucking review script for.
See, I saw you tweet. You were like, this isn't going to get views, but I disagree.
It's not.
I think you're going to do fine.
I don't think it will. I don't think it is going to get views, because the last time I did something like this, it was with a game that people sort of cared about. Like, there was, like, a cult hit game that I reviewed, and a game that was old, but people still talk about to this day, the Life is Strange Night in the Woods review. Mm-hmm. I thought that review was going to be a banger, but then I realized, and I think that's probably the review I'm the most proud of, but it didn't do that well views wise. Like, it took a week. It took a week for the Outlast 2 review to pass it in views.
Right.
It'll do fine. No, it'll do fine views wise, I think, but it's not going. I'm not confident that it's going to bring any new people to my channel. I don't think it's. It might hit recommended, but I don't think anyone's gonna fucking click on it because no one cares about this game. Okay. Like, and if they aren't one of the people who doesn't care about the game, they haven't heard of the game. It's this obscure fucking game that I chose to do a review on it because I was like, I'm interested in this, and I think I can make a review in this funny. And I genuinely think that script alone, I think this is probably maybe potentially my funniest review. Like, I have some of the funniest jokes I think I've ever written in this review. And I think it's going to be a good video. I think I'm going to be proud of it when it goes up. But I don't think it's going to do great for me, views-wise.
Okay. I mean, you might be surprised, because I found your channel from your fucking Sham Mojo parody.
Oh, really? And that video does not have very many views at all.
No, it doesn't at all compared to the rest of your content.
That video, I don't think, has very many views because I made it look too much like a Watch Mojo video.
So much, dude. I was fucking dying at how good it was. Yeah, I was like, I'm really, Watch Mojo.
I'm really proud. That video is fucking weird. Like, looking back on it, that video is fucking weird. Why do I talk about World War II so much in that video? Bring it up like 10 times.
It was great though, dude. I remember, like, even your voice. I remember I was like, how the fuck?
Oh god,
did he work for them?
No, I had to watch, like, I watched like a few minutes of a Watch Mojo video to like get the voice down, and it
because it's always the same.
It was so unpleasant. It was so unpleasant. It was awful. I did not enjoy doing the voiceover for that video. I had a lot of fun writing that video. Video was surprisingly easy to write. That video and the I don't do parodies super frequently on my channel. Oh my god, I don't do parodies super frequently on my channel, but I do them sometimes. I've done the Watch Mojo parody, which is the top 10 games. Wait, fuck. What is that video called?
Owlboy.
Top 10 games of November 2016 that are all Owlboy. That's what it's called.
Right.
And then another review that I did was what does this 14-pound bag of melons mean for gamers, which is a Game Ranks parody for anyone who hasn't seen the original video that I'm parodying there. And the most recent one, which is an actual E3 gameplay demo, which is just parodying the like really terrible like live quote unquote live gameplay trailers at E3 with like the really, really terrible like cringy dialogue. Cringy. See, I want to call it cringy because that actually is.
Because it works.
It doesn't mean anything now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still use it. Like, I still use the term shitpost.
Yeah.
For a couple of my videos that are shitposts.
Yeah, I know. It's partially I'm sick of hearing the word cringe. I should go on Do Not Disturb on Discord because I'm getting a lot of messages right now.
Wow. Such a popular guy.
Popular boy. No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with all those videos. I have really mixed feelings about the PUBG, the E3 demo one. I have very, very mixed feelings about that video. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if I'm happy with the way it turned out entirely, but God, that video.
What is it about it that you're unsure about?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't think there are enough jokes, and I think the premise, because it's all like most of the comedy comes from the premise. It's it's people in a E3 gameplay demo, but one of them is like a normal person, and so
right.
And I think that's where most of the comedy comes from, aside from like just really like absurd, ridiculous shit that happens. Like it's like, oh shit, yep, those are definitely enemy players. Like that line I think is funny, but I don't know. I think most of the humor comes from the premise, and I think the premise wears thin about halfway through that video. But I don't know. It's people either really enjoyed that video or really fucking hated it. I got some real mean comments on that video.
Did you really?
I did, yeah, because it was super fucking different from everything else that I've done on my channel. Well, not everything else, because it is a parody, and I've done those in the past. But it is like the way it's scripted and the way it's like presented is so different than everything else I've done.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that video was a fucking nightmare to organize. Holy fucking shit, that video is a nightmare to organize. If you're not aware, unless you are partnered with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you cannot actually host custom games. So in order to do that, I had to first find a streamer who is partnered with PUBG. Like I was not just with Twitch, but with like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Right.
And I had to get him, and then I had to find a time that worked for him, and then I had to find 7 other people who would be able to like try and act it out and record it all at the same time. And then I had to try and get like it's spoiler alert, it's not a single take, it's 2 takes that's stitched together. I hit a cut in that video, but try and get it as close to a single full take as possible, miming it out, pacing it with the script. It was a fucking nightmare. That video was so fucking hard to make. And when I fucking put it up, people were like, this is low effort trash. This is not what I subscribed for.
That's
and I was like,
worst.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. I think that video, I don't think it's one of my strongest by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I hope it's not very many people's introduction to my channel, because it's not anything like what I tend to make. Yeah.
I like the video, though. I remember I asked you, I was like, did you 1 take that? Because I was going to be baffled if you did.
Yeah, no, I was 2 takes.
Right.
Yeah. It was, we got a perfect, okay, so this fucking pissed me off. The second fucking time that we recorded it, we had a perfect fucking take all the way through until, So there's that bit where we run from the houses into the car, and then the car, quote unquote, runs out of gas. And then we run over to the rocks, and there's a player there, and he just kills kills one of the players with a shotgun. You'd like that bit?
Right, yeah.
That, we got it completely fucking perfect. All the way to there. And then the person hiding behind the rock, instead of just downing them, continued shooting and fucking killed them. And just ruined the fucking take at the end. I was so... And that's like not a place where you can easily mask a cut. Really. So I wound up stitching together two other different takes from that one. Which were also fucked up by people accidentally shooting the wrong person.
But not in that part.
Not in that part. Not in that specific part. But people shooting the wrong person. It was... And I mean, I sound really ungrateful. It was awesome that I had friends who would, like, play with me and, like, help me, like, do that. And I had, like, friends who, like, were ready and willing to do the lines and, like, act. Like, I think... Like, my friend Greg... who, if you listen to my podcast at this point, you understand he has come up in literally every podcast, because he's just like a great fucking guy. But my friend Greg did the lines for the player who's like a normal person, and I think he fucking killed it. I think his performance in that video is fucking hilarious. But I don't know, and I sound ungrateful, and I don't want to come across that way. I don't know. Let's move on. We're spending so much time talking about the fucking video.
Okay, we can move on. I feel like you're just more upset with your own creative decision making than you are the performances. That's how it came off to me.
Oh no, I'm not upset about. Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset. I think I don't know. I'm not super happy with my own execution of it.
Right. Exactly. So yeah. I didn't feel like you were being ungrateful. I felt like you were just mad at yourself, if anything.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
just trying to be supportive. All right, so let's move on. We can move on.
Question.
So can you tell what microphone I'm using right now?
Is it a Blue Yeti?
It is. Could you tell?
Oh my god, I could tell, because if you use a Blue Yeti, you do not fucking belong on YouTube.
We're gonna talk about these.
Are we gonna talk about that video?
Unpopular opinion tweets and your hatred.
Is that an unpopular? Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Is it an unpopular opinion to be okay with the Blue Yeti? Like, who fucking cares? I wouldn't use one. I don't want to go back to one.
It's just a good segue.
It's amazing how much people fucking care about the Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti's a ripoff. Like, it is. It's not a very good deal. Well, I mean, I assume you only use cardioid.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you only use cardioid. You could get a better USB cardioid microphone for cheaper than a Blue Yeti. And you could also, for the price of a Yeti, you could get a cheap USB audio interface and an XLR microphone that would also provide better quality audio than a Blue Yeti. But the Blue Yeti is easy, and it has fucking name recognition, and it is decent enough build quality. It's a fine microphone. It is overpriced, but who fucking cares?
I really don't. This is just the mic that I've had.
It's fine, and your fucking audio is fine. Like, it doesn't matter. No one fucking cares. It's YouTube. Don't take yourself so goddamn seriously.
Okay.
Oh, not you. I'm not talking to you. You very clearly don't take yourself seriously, Mr. Captain Blue Yeti. I'm talking about,
I try not to.
A real audio setup. Like, fuck off. Like, I don't like to shit on other people, like, specifically, but that video is fucking terrible. And it's not only terrible, it's also plagiarized and completely missing the fucking point of the video that he plagiarized. It's frustrating on so many different levels for me, that fucking video.
Wow.
I don't know, Ouija. He might be a fucking nice guy, but that video is fucking terrible and very frustrating.
Fair enough. But unpopular opinions. What I meant by that, I'm sure you picked up.
Probably. Yeah.
Which was your Twitter, which
I
I thought was also hilarious.
When I angrily tweet about really mundane shit.
Yeah. Well, the one that I remember that sticks out, well, there's two, but the first was
Arkham Combat.
Yeah, Arkham Combat is.
I think
okay
Arkham Combat is
something.
boring. I think it's fine. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's fine.
Right. Did you get backlash for that?
Yeah,
a lot?
absolutely.
I
I
figured
had
you would.
YouTubers I've never spoken to before in my life respond replying to that fucking tweet. People got
Angrily?
mad. No, I mean, and there were also a lot of, I think for the most part, people seemed to agree, but a lot of people were annoyed and said it was my fault if I thought that the combat was boring because there's so much that you can do with it. But I mean, maybe that is true, but I'm saying as a combat system, I don't think it's phenomenal. I think it's fine. I think it does its job, and I think the animation is really like the star of the fucking combat system. The animations are phenomenal, but I don't like fucking zipping around a room, like punching people like from 20 feet away and then pressing Y when the fucking like thing tells me to. I don't know. I don't think that's great. I think it's fine. It does its job.
Oh, but Shammy, you feel like Batman. That's what everybody says, right?
That is what everybody says. Everybody says you feel like Batman. I have also seen that donkey video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Arkham games. I have not actually finished any of them because I get very easily distracted, and I think the combat's fine, but yeah, they're good games. Like they build atmosphere well. They handle the Batman IP well. The combat is completely serviceable, and people love it. So maybe I'm just an idiot. So
right. Well, you don't hate the game.
No, not at all. I don't hate mini games at all ever. Like I fucking tore Recore to shreds in my review. I don't hate that game. I just don't particularly like it. I don't think it's very good. I think it's really boring. But I don't really hate mini games. Like I can think of a few games that I do hate. I hate Halo 5. I hate No Man's Sky.
Good choices.
And I hate the game I'm currently reviewing. But that's kind of a different thing because I hate the game I'm currently reviewing, but I don't necessarily think that it's a bad video game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because it's like, it's fucking opinions. It's all fucking opinions. Who fucking cares?
Everything is opinion. I remember I said something about reviews being subjective in a video. I said this is all based on my opinion because that's what a fucking review is.
Stay tuned for more hot takes from the Schmoltz over here. Did you guys know that opinions are subjective?
But reviews like 11. Game reviews should be subjective. Yes, can we agree on that?
Absolutely. I mean, there is a certain level of objectivity that you should like consider. Like you should consider how things appeal to people other than you who don't necessarily have your tastes. I do think that is maybe not. You have to consider it, but I think it's absolutely worth considering when you're reviewing something, which is something I always try to do. Like if I don't like something, I try and explain why it is that I don't like it, and then how I could see other people liking it who have different tastes than me. I'm trying to think of a review where I do that, and I'm kind of drawing a blank right now.
Okay, well, I can continue then.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm fucking steamrolling this entire podcast. I apologize.
I promise it's fine. But what I was saying is, I said that reviews should be subjective, or that they are inherently. Like, there's no such thing as a completely objective review. Otherwise, it's not a real review.
Yeah, well,
and I got tons of comments that were like reviews shouldn't be opinion, you fucking dimwit.
Those people
and I was
dumb.
like, what?
It's as simple as that. Those people are stupid. They don't understand what a review is. You're critiquing a piece of art. Like, if you're critiquing a piece of art is always up to your interpretation. Like, its quality is entirely open to interpretation. Like, it's not just when people say that art is open to interpretation, they aren't just saying that what the fucking art means is open to interpretation. They're saying the quality of it is entirely open to participation. What was it? What the fuck is the word I'm trying to think of?
Interpretation.
Thank you. It's entirely up to interpretation. Like the quality of what it is you're looking at. If you think the Mona Lisa is the biggest piece of shit painting ever, that's a valid opinion. Like it's an influential painting. You should probably recognize that it is an influential painting, but you can hate it, and that's valid. It's art. That's the beauty of art. Art is not inherently good or bad. There's no objectivity. There's no true objectivity that you can have about it.
Right. Exactly. So when I say I played Skyrim for 1,000 hours and loved every minute of it, and then you say Skyrim's
And then
fine.
I say Skyrim is fine. Yeah,
Both opinions are valid.
Both opinions are
Nobody's
entirely
wrong.
valid.
Right.
I thought you said, but one of them is wrong for a second. I was like, are we about to fucking throw hands, Shmolty?
But Avery is wrong.
Excuse me while I
'cause
left
Skyrim
click you
is
a few.
great.
Excuse me while I left click you a few dozen times until you ragdoll. Fucking great combat. I love it. No, but you don't play
It's true.
Skyrim for the combat, but you interface with it all the time, so it kind of impacts your experience. It's whatever. I don't care. Skyrim is fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. Are those the only two controversial hot takes I've taken on Twitter? That you,
Those were
that
the
you wanted
ones
to
that
bring up?
made me laugh the hardest because I remember I saw the
Did you
Arkham
read
one.
Did you read the responses?
Yes.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, but like what made me laugh the most was that you tweeted the Arkham thing, and I was like, okay, I never thought of that, and I just kind of took it as it was. I didn't really have much to say, and then like the next day. You just tweeted Skyrim is fine, and I was like,
I was
okay.
just at that point. I was.
I knew where your head was.
I was
at.
just
You
like,
were
I'm trying to get. I want to get these out of the way early. I want people to get their frustrations with me out of the way right now. I want people to know where I stand.
I think I laughed
These
out
are
loud
important.
when I read
Listen. If I can't tweet about fucking politics, I'm tweeting about how Skyrim is fine. Okay.
that. That is politics, dude. Skyrim is my world.
God, I tweeted out recently about it's. And I said that like I want to tweet about politics. I fucking don't. I'm sick of hearing about politics on Twitter.
That's
like
awful.
no one. Hot tip: no one fucking cares about your hot take on fucking politics. No one cares. The only people who care are the people who fucking agree with you, and they already fucking agree with you. So what are you accomplishing?
Do you feel good? It's just like a circle jerk. Everyone's
Yeah,
like, yes,
it
I
is.
agree with that thing, and also this thing. I
This
agree
is-
with that thing.
This is also my thoughts that I have.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
if you disagree, it's game over. It's just
Yeah. It is.
fucking-
No, it's. I mean, if people want to talk about politics, they want to talk about politics. I'm not the fucking internet police. I just.
That's true,
fucking-
you're
why
not.
Did I do that? Oh no.
Did you drop something?
No, I just picked. I mean, yes, I picked up the tea bag out of my tea and I fucking like dropped it aggressively back into my tea for some reason, and it just splashed everywhere. And I feel
It's
like
because
a
you're really
fucking moron.
passionate about the politics.
I'm extremely
tweeting.
passionate about tea. I'm not.
Tea.
I don't know. Politics is fucking everywhere, and I'm sick of hearing about it. Everything.
Right.
Everyone on both sides is an idiot, always, in every single argument ever. Just.
I agree.
And even the people in the middle are the worst because they're also fucking idiots, and they just think they're so much smarter than everyone else for realizing that the other two sides are idiots. Everyone's a fucking
Everyone's
idiot.
an idiot. Yeah. That's conclusion
Yeah.
on politics. Everyone's an idiot.
Conclusion on politics. No one fucking knows what they're talking
End
about.
segment.
End segment. Let's end the fucking political segment.
Let's move on from politics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So speaking of combat,
Oh, whoa.
I don't like
Whose
the
side
energy
is this
balls
going?
of fury.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I get it. Like that's an aspect of the game that it's designed around. It's a mixture of a brawler, not a brawler, like a one-on-one brawler and a shoot 'em up, a bullet hell shoot 'em up. And if you don't like bullet hell shoot 'em ups, then you're not gonna like the shoot 'em up segments of Fury. Like
Right.
that's I'm pretty sure I DM'd you telling you you're a fucking idiot and your opinion is invalid, but obviously
Right. Well,
not being
we do that.
serious.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm not being serious. I love the game Fury, but like if you don't like that, you're not going to like that about Fury. Fury doesn't do it well enough to where it's going to completely fucking turn you around on it. I don't
Yeah.
typically play shoot 'em ups like just on their own. I don't think it's a particularly interesting genre of game to me at least. But the way that Fury combines the two, I think is really, really cool. And I really fucking like Fury.
Yeah,
But,
I
mean,
liked it.
Have you finished it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay, so the final boss of Fury is just a shoot 'em up stage, and I
Right.
hate that boss. I
Me
do
too.
not like that boss. I don't, because the shoot 'em up parts are my least favorite part of Fury. Like in fairness, they are my least favorite parts. I don't hate them like on their own. I don't like that final boss though.
Yeah, that's kind of I'm similar. I just was more vocal about it because I don't
Yeah,
like
more wrong about it.
I was more wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I fought that final boss was when I was like, okay, I'm putting this in my script. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking sick
No,
of the
that's
energy
valid.
balls.
That's valid. That final boss fight is. I played Fury for the first time on stream actually, It was.
Oh, really?
It's the first game I ever entirely played on stream, and I was fucking livid in that final boss fight. I was so fucking angry, because it's just the fucking bullet hell. It's just, which I mean is, I mean, that I think that's fair to have a boss that is just the bullet hell part of Fury, because there's a boss that is just the one-on-one fighting combat. It's the
which
dude
is
with
my
the
favorite
orb,
boss.
which is my favorite boss too. Actually, no, I think my favorite boss is probably the Scale, the sewer dude, the one in the sewer. I really like that boss fight in retrospect.
Yeah, that was a good one as well.
It's a really good. All of the boss fights except for the final one, the final two, I guess, are really, really, really good in my opinion. I think they're all really good.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's just not, the energy balls are just not my forte. But
Yeah,
I think
that's fine.
Overall, it's a great like boss fight experience each time around.
I think Fury is a great game, and I think more people should play it. And the soundtrack is fucking great.
Yeah, which I didn't mention.
Yeah, you didn't
somehow
mention
brushed
that.
over
I
that.
noticed you didn't mention that. Did you mention the way the game looks? You didn't mention the way the game looks, did you, Shmolty?
Okay, look, I reviewed like 6 games in one video. Come on. Give me some slack
I
here.
reviewed 10 in a video one time, and let's not fucking talk about that.
Your proudest video of all time.
I hate that video. I fucking hate that video.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna make a sequel at some point, but I hate that fucking video.
It's fair. I have some videos of mine.
Wow,
that I
okay, how
regret.
dare you?
Look, I don't hate the
No, I
video.
know.
I'm just saying it's
I know,
okay
I
to
know,
hate
I
your
know.
own creation.
Yeah, no. I mean, the way I see it is, if you hate the things you used to make, that's a good sign, because all that means is that you're improving. You're not stagnating. Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of For Honor videos that I'm like, fucking hell, that's awful.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what brings people to my channel, and they're like, more of this, and I'm like, but that's garbage. Why do you want
Yeah,
that?
imagine how I
You don't
fucking
know.
feel. $2 10 games is my most viewed video by like double. It's not even fucking close. It's like, no, it's not even double. It's like fucking triple. I made that video in an afternoon. I'm so upset.
Damn. It's okay,
bad.
Jimmy.
It's a bad video. I don't like it. Get
I don't
rid
think
of
it's
it.
a bad video. It's not on par with what you make now, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's a bad video.
I think it's fucking so sick of people saying that that's their favorite video, because I'm like, you're wrong.
You're
fucking
wrong. You can't have that opinion.
This is the only invalid opinion you could have. What is wrong with you? Yeah.
Sometimes it's black and white.
It's whatever. It's if people like it, and that's, I guess ultimately that's what counts. But fucking hell, I don't like that. I don't like that video. No, I mean,
So speaking of your uploads,
oh god,
yeah, look at these segues. I'm like a professional.
it's almost like you have a
podcast
podcast
interviewer.
or something.
It's almost like this is a thing that I do now.
Shmolty, you should start a podcast. Go ahead.
So you upload. You're probably one of the least frequent uploaders that I've ever seen.
Really?
On purpose.
Granted,
I'm not saying I know fucking everything.
I guess. I mean, you aren't familiar with Joseph Anderson. Joseph Anderson doesn't upload as frequently as I do.
Sure.
Fucking
One of.
Do I want to mention JonTron?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, JonTron has JonTron. I mean, he deleted videos recently, but JonTron's most recent video that's still on his channel is like, I think 7 to 10 months old, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
he
think it
like
was 7.
taking a
I think it
break
was
though
7.
because he got a lot of backlash?
No, he's
or
still
something?
working. He's still working. Like, he tweeted out recently that he's working on something.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people who upload infrequently. The reason that you probably struggle to think of people who upload infrequently is because it's very, very uncommon for people who upload infrequently. Not even just for people who upload infrequently, but for people who upload infrequently to have a following, especially in this like current age of YouTube. Like JonTron, like, I'm not trying to like belittle John's like accomplishments as a content creator, because I think his videos are very good, but like he started in 2008, like that time when YouTube videos, they would appreciate in views. Like a video that you spent a lot of time on would appreciate in views over time, and you could build up a following just by making very high quality videos that a lot of people would then see. That's how animations were like a thing on YouTube for a time. And then once we moved to this format where videos do not appreciate over time, and videos get the majority of their views like the first, a lot of, like, for people who upload like daily or something, like the majority of their views happen in the first 24 hours. And then even if you don't do that, the majority of the views you get occur within the first week. And like with that, like with YouTube being like that now, it's super uncommon for people to have not only infrequent, but also somewhat irregular upload schedules. Like I have, like, I don't have like a strict schedule. I have a goal set for myself to upload one really good video every single month. I have a goal to get a video out every single month, but it's hard. And I mean, my videos take a lot of fucking time. Like they take a lot of fucking time to make. Yeah. And people think that that's in the editing. It's not in the editing. The editing takes me well, I mean, it varies video to video, but it takes, generally speaking, if I'm really, really going hard at it, like really crunching, like 4 days. It takes 3 or 4 days to edit one of my videos entirely. The thing that takes up the bulk of the time is the scripting. I spend weeks on my scripts because I am super fucking anal about small details and hiding things that then crop back up later on, or like link 2 different reviews together, because I think that I have a different approach to the way I write my scripts than I think a lot of people do, where the most important thing in a script to me is flow and interconnectivity, because I like for my videos to naturally flow from point to point and not be sudden or jarring. So I don't use transition slides. I don't use any of that shit. Like in my fucking, and this was, admittedly, this is a gimmick. I didn't like acknowledge that I was moving from game to game in my top 10 games of 2016 video. It is a gimmick. But I wanted to do something different, because I find those number cards to be super fucking flow breaking, and I'm so fucking anal about the way that my videos flow. So I spend so much fucking time scripting things, and then I have things brought up in the beginning of the script that then loop back in at the end. I have jokes that are set up in the first body paragraph that are paid off in the fourth or something. They're all, and I do sound like I'm fucking stroking my own dick a little bit, but I just, it's not even that.
No, it's
better.
Not that. It's like it's a passion about your work, and I think it's awesome.
It's not even like it's not even that I think that it's better the way I do it. I think it's just I have a very different approach from most people, because one of my biggest like comedic influences ever was a comedian named Mike Birbiglia. I don't know if you're familiar with Mike Birbiglia.
Oh yeah, Mike Birbiglia is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Mike Birbiglia is phenomenal. If anyone like listening to this still is not familiar with Mike Birbiglia, go onto Netflix and watch Sleepwalk with Me, watch My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, watch Thank God for Jokes. They are all fucking incredible. They are
That's his
so
newest
good.
one, right? Thank God for
yeah,
Jokes.
and he has a new one coming out that's touring right now. And if he comes near where I live, I will. I'm hoping to go see it live. I've seen him live before. I saw My Girlfriend's Boyfriend live.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He is fucking incredible. It's not even that he's hilarious. It's the fact that I adore the way he constructs his stand-up routines, because he's telling one long story, and he goes off on several different tangents, and then by the time the story ends, it is all looped back together at in an instant. And you immediately see where all of the different tangents were going, what the purposes of all of the different tangents were, how they feed into this main story. He's a phenomenal, I think he's one of the best storytellers ever. He is so fucking good at telling a story. But I fucking love Mike Birbiglia, and I was super, super inspired by his work. And I try and take something, not the same approach, because I'm not telling stories, but I try and take a similar approach to the way that I am constructing the jokes and constructing my reviews, where I come up with bits that I can then insert and interject into the rest of the review in order to tie the entire thing together as like a complete product. And a lot of the time, especially with this most recent review, I try and create a thematic bridge between the review itself and the game that I am reviewing. Like, if you pay really close attention to my Life is Strange review, you would notice that it opens with the black screen that tells you that your actions and decisions have consequences, and then the title screen for Life is Strange, and it ends with that parody of the way that every single episode of Life is Strange ends, because it in itself is wrapped up like it is an episode of Life is Strange, with the undeserved emotional ending payoff. Wow. And that was a very conscious decision I made in order to construct it like that. And I think very few people actually noticed that the game opens the way that an episode of Life is Strange opens, but it's there, like, and right. That's my entire approach to making my reviews and making my videos. I think maybe 1% of people will notice this detail, but it is there for them to notice it. And that's another big part of why my videos take so much time, is because I hide so much shit. I hide so much dumb bullshit in my videos. In almost every single one of my reviews, since I made that "What does this 14-pound bag of melons mean for gamers" video, in almost all of them, there is a melon hidden somewhere in the background of a shot from the game or something. Yeah, there are melons hidden in like a shit ton of my videos, just because I think that I'm gonna level with you. I think that "What does this 14-pound bag of melons mean for gamers" video, I think that's one of my favorite videos of mine, just because of how fucking absurd it is.
Right.
And I like doing stuff like that. And if I ever show like a web page in a video or something, if I ever show like a YouTube page and you look at the fucking related videos, every single related video is a fake video with a fake thumbnail that I have made and a fake title uploaded by a fake person. Mm-hmm. And it's all like fucking jokes, or it might not even be a fake person. Like, I'll make fun of, like, I think I made a video about, I think I made, one of them was, it was a fake Watch Mojo thumbnail of top 10 most emotional Roblox school shooting recreations. And it's just a fucking black and white photo of like a recreation of the fucking Columbine shooting, like the security cam footage of the Columbine shooting in Roblox. And it's just really fucking stupid shit like that. And I set things up in like those, like, I don't know if I wasn't planning on ever like outright talking about this, but I guess I'm already like talking about it. I have things that have been set up in that hidden shit, like in those hidden, like in the fucking tabs of like anytime I have a fucking window open, and like those related videos, I have shit set up in those that has not paid off yet. And I already know where it's going. It's all
wow.
Like, it's and no one fucking knows. Like, no one, in like maybe 0.001% of people will see it naturally. But the way I think of it is, if I saw that, if I found that, like, that would be fucking incredible to me. Yeah. And that's sort of like my entire approach, is like, what would I love to see if I pay close attention? And it's that kind of thing.
I think that's incredible, the amount of detail that you put into all of your work.
And I've gotten people asking if I would bring in an editor to speed up the process. And again,
you can't, right? You just can't do it.
Again, editing is not even close to the thing that takes the most time on these reviews. It's it is a long process. There's specifically the part of editing that takes the most time is finding relevant gameplay footage. It's finding relevant gameplay footage to what it is I'm talking about, because I've noticed that a lot of people, when reviewing games, they will say something and the footage on screen has fucking nothing to do with what they're talking about.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, so it's digging through the fucking 26 hours of footage I have for this game I'm reviewing and finding the specific thing that I'm talking about. And I don't know. It is time consuming. That part is time consuming. And maybe someday I would get a fucking editor to do that. But even then, like, they didn't play the game. They don't remember where the stuff that I'm talking about happened. So they don't really know where to look. So I don't even think that would save time. And there's also the fact that I'm so fucking anal about tiny fucking details that I could...
Right, that's what I was thinking.
I couldn't let another person edit one of my reviews. I could not do it.
That's how I feel about my videos as well. Like, I don't think I could ever just hand that over to someone.
Yeah, like,
because they wouldn't get it as much as I do.
Even if I didn't do all of that, like, tiny fucking hidden detail bullshit, even if I didn't make every video a stupid fucking scavenger hunt that no one asked for, I would fucking... there's a certain pacing to, like I have a... when I'm writing the script, I'm picturing, like, the pacing of the video and, like, what it's going to look like. And if I write the script and then I give it to someone and then I record the voiceover and then I give it to someone else and they edit it together, it's not going to be what I am picturing and what I want it to be. And I'm so fucking psycho about, like, it being what I want it to be. Like, to the point where I almost didn't finish the first scripted review I ever did. The review of Ruby Grim Eclipse. I almost didn't finish it because I was like, I can add more. I can add more fucking shit. I can fucking hide more things. I can go back. I need to change the script. I fucking fucked this up. I need to change this joke. I need to do all this. And the thing that, like, really, like, completely, like, the reason effectively that I am, like, where I am, I do these reviews, which is, aside from $2.10 games, these reviews are what got my channel, like, noticed. It's what people know me for. The only reason I even got to that point is because my boyfriend told me, like, at the time, he was like, it's never, ever going to be perfect. It is never going to be perfect. And what is more important than it being perfect and never finished is for you to fucking finish it. Nothing you ever finish is going to be perfect, and everything you make that is perfect will never be finished.
Right.
And so the next fucking day after he told me that, I fucking put the video out. It's completely changed the direction of my entire channel, because ever since that video, I've not put up another video that was not scripted. That was the first scripted video I ever did on my channel. And it's also marks the end of unscripted videos on my channel, because I think that the script really, it helps me organize my thoughts a lot better, because I'm a very messy thinker, and if you look at my scripts while I'm writing them, you would really see that, because it's all fucking over the place. It's like a quarter of a paragraph that ends halfway through a sentence, and then another completely unrelated paragraph starts, and it's just all over the place. I'm not good at organizing my thoughts unless I, like, take the time to, like, put them down and really think about where they go. So it completely changed, like, everything about the way I approached doing YouTube. And I don't know. I think I'm better off for it.
I absolutely, yeah. I think it turned out great. Obviously, not going to suck your dick too much, but
yeah.
But sorry, yeah, I think it's great.
I think I just talked for like 15 minutes without letting
you
get
you
a
did,
word
but
in
I thought it was great.
That.
It was a perfect insight into the mind
the fact
of Avery,
that I'm a
aka
fucking
Shammy.
lunatic. Yeah,
dude, I think everybody who has kind of like a massive amount of creativity, or even just like a moderate amount of creativity that they're expressing, it kind of drives you insane.
A little bit.
I
Because
think that's a normal thing.
Yeah, because I mean, the act of expression, something is inherently lost in the act of expression, and it's maddening. It is.
Yeah.
It will drive you fucking crazy.
And then like the perfection thing,
if
you
allow
always
it
want
to.
it to be perfect.
If you allow it to drive you crazy, it will make you fucking insane.
Yeah.
But it is up to you whether or not it controls you. This is a really good comedy podcast.
This is hilarious. I can't even tell you how hard I'm gonna laugh when I listen to this in editing.
Oh my god, yeah, that's gonna be fucking fun. I'm gonna fucking Shammy's fucking so fucking pretentious. You make fucking internet videos. Fuck you, cunt.
You're always gonna get that.
I have a question for you.
Oh boy.
In one of your videos, when you respond to mean comments, you corrected someone's use of the wrong word "your." Mm-hmm. Was that ironic, or are you really that much of a fucking asshole?
No, it's completely just a running joke. Just because I noticed in like my pre-production when I was like organizing which comments I chose, I was like, wow, a lot of these people don't know which "your" to use, and I was like, I can make a joke out of that. Yeah. Like I was just like, I can make this a running joke throughout the video. That's literally it.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I wasn't associating with a fucking...
I'm not a grammar Nazi.
I want to make sure I wasn't associating with a fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah. No.
That is basic though. If you don't know the yours,
it is very basic,
sad.
And people do fuck it up. The theirs is a bigger pet peeve also. Of mine than the yours. But
both. Fucking both.
Both. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I get like antsy about incorrect grammar, but I learned when I was like fucking 15 years old to stop correcting people because no one fucking likes you if you do that.
Nobody will ever like you.
No one will ever like you if you are a stupid, fat, sweaty nerd who corrects everyone's grammar.
It doesn't really accomplish much in conversation either. Like you're just like, oh, "your," and they're like, okay, so what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that person just takes a mental note like, okay, asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Like no one, it's, I don't know. And would people, okay, here's a thing that annoys the fuck out of me. When you say, like, me and blah, blah, blah did this thing. People like, blah, 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 and I, it's like, first of all, conversational grammar rules are not the same as proper grammar rules. So you're the one who's wrong here. And second of all, eat a fucking dick. Like, who cares? Who fucking cares?
Right, that's one of the worst ones for sure.
Yeah. God, I hate that. I'm sorry. That's a big pet peeve of mine when people correct that shit.
At the same time, though, I obsess over my grammar, and if I ever use improper grammar, I fucking hate myself for like 10 minutes. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. How could you do that to yourself?
I have used the wrong form of "your" before, and it's...
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god,
Sometimes it's just a slip of the mind. Like you're just writing and you don't even think about it, and then you hate yourself.
So I have another like a more like actual real question for you though.
Oh,
Well, it's just like a creative question. It's like, creatively, do you want to do YouTube forever? Is that what you want to do? Is that your...
I don't know if anybody does. Does anyone?
I think a lot of people
YouTube
do.
to be their end game?
A lot of people want to be YouTubers. I think that's what they want to do. Like that seems to be what PewDiePie wants to do. It's like he has enough money. He has the money. He has the draw. He could do anything at this point. And this is not like me throwing shade at PewDiePie, but it seems that YouTube was his end game. People like I don't know. I know a lot of people who it seems that YouTube is sort of their end game. But I take it from that it's not yours.
No, yeah, I guess I kind of just answered the question, but
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with wanting that to be your end game. I mean,
no, absolutely not. I'm just curious.
It's just as valid as my actual end game, which would be like a comedian, like in a more general sense, like stand up,
like stand up. Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know coming from a YouTuber is fucking stupid, right?
It's. But I mean, there are a lot of people on YouTube who I've heard say they want to do stand up, and I just don't think that they have that sort of stand up mentality to writing jokes and constructing their jokes. And it's not even like you have to follow the rules, the laws of stand up written on fucking stone. It's not. It's like,
but at the same time, it kind of is.
No, I don't even think that it is, because people like Bo Burnham break stand up convention all the time.
Bo Burnham.
I fucking love Bo Burnham. But he breaks stand up conventions all the time, and that I'm not saying that your stand up needs to be conventional at all. Like, if anything, if it's like Mike Birbiglia's stand up is non-conventional. It's very, very fucking slow and sad. Yeah. It's
which
excellent.
is why we love it.
Yeah, he's fucking phenomenal. He's one of the greats. In my opinion, I think he's one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time. But like it's there's a certain sense like for not just comedy, but like storytelling and like I don't know how to describe it, that a lot of the time I don't really see in a lot of YouTubers. And I can see it in like, I can see it in you, like on some level. Like, I don't think, I'm just going to be like 100% honest. I think it's a ways away because stand up is fucking impossible. But
no, dude, I appreciate the honesty, but I agree with you as well.
Yeah. It's a ways away. It's, you develop your own like sense of humor. You develop your own style of telling jokes. And if that style, it's not even like a talent thing. It's if that style aligns with what can be done in comedy, like not in comedy, but in stand-up.
Like a stage presence.
Then I guess, yes and no. I'm talking less about stage presence, more about the sense that you actually have for jokes. Because
okay, right.
If your sense of humor is very reactive, if it's incredibly reactive and it's built entirely around like in jokes, I don't think it really works in a stand-up setting. If that makes sense. But
I know exactly what you're saying. Yes.
But I don't know. I'm so fucking like. It's funny. It's this is a question that was asked on my podcast. Please stop talking podcast. It was
nice plug. There you go.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna plug your shit at the end. That's part of the good. Why?
No,
why does that make you uncomfortable?
It's no, I'll plug it. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, it's funny because I was when I went to college, and I'm a fucking college dropout. What I was studying when I was in university, I was studying acting. I was studying performance, and people always find that really funny because I'm so fucking shy. Like,
right.
Yeah, I've been told like I'm shy to the point of being like difficult to approach sometimes.
I'm the same way. I feel like that's common in a lot of YouTubers, to be honest.
I think so. But like, I mean, I guess neither of us have shown our face, and is that like part of it for you?
That I don't want to be seen? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Like it's a lot to show your face
to
that many people.
It's fucking terrifying, and I don't like being. It's funny. I don't like being looked at, but I still do want to do. I want to do stand up someday. I want to try. I want to do half an hour or an hour of stand up. If I suck dick at it, like, and first time you do fucking stand up, you're probably going to suck dick at it. But I mean like if I just completely fucking suck at it, I mean, at least I tried. That's I want to try. That's the thing. I want to try stand up someday. That is a goal of mine. And also different I have a lot of different writing goals, like aside from stand up. I just want to write. I want to write a book, and I'm currently I'm writing a book currently. And
okay.
It's I'm not going to talk about any details about it because it's very shush. But yeah, I'm writing a book. I would like to write the screenplay and maybe even perform in a film at some point.
Dude, I stole all of this from you now. I'm realizing everything you say. I'm just like, oh, me too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. Of course.
Are you writing a book?
I also want to.
Really? Fucking
yeah.
Exposed.
So yeah, I stole that from you. But anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
I don't think it's probably not similar to my book.
You might be surprised. We'll have to talk about it. But anyway, continue.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, I will. I'll make things on YouTube. I'll probably make things on YouTube forever, but I don't think I want to be a YouTuber forever. I don't want it to be what I do. I want it to be a thing I do because I love doing it, but It's
so like
not,
sort of, if someone's like, "What do?" You say, "I'm a comedian," not "I'm a YouTuber."
Well, not even that. It's. I think ideally my end goal would be someone says, "What do?" I respond, "I'm a writer." Because
Okay.
I mean, in a sense, like on YouTube, that's what I am. Like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think the biggest draw to my channel and my videos as a whole is my writing, and it feels like kind of like dismissive to call it this, but this is in a sense it's all a writing exercise. It's me like learning how to be a better writer than I am currently, in a way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, not that it's not valid, but it is practice for like a bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Do you have any other questions?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So you have your second channel, Second Shammy, which you have your podcast on. But do you have anything else like planned for that without going into detail? Or is it just the podcast?
Well, that's going to be videos going up on that channel are going to be my podcast. The co-hosts of my podcasts, if they ever want to make something in any way related to the podcast, they have told me they want to upload it there, so that stuff will be going up there. Fucking stream highlights, if I ever stream enough for there to be enough highlights to make a video. Small videos, like I just put up Alt F12. If you're familiar with if you're like really familiar with my channel, you would know that I have 2 videos called Alt F10 and Alt F11, which are comprised of like just funny shit that my friends have said, just all like bundled together, that I Alt F10'd, and so I just called them Alt F10, and then I called the sequel Alt F11, and now I'm on Alt F12 and I'm lost. But
you're in too deep.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go from there. I'm out of function keys. I'll just continue going right. Alt print screen.
Alt print screen.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's perfect. It's the next one. I figured it out. No, yeah, it's just smaller stuff that I don't want to put on my main channel, but that I still want to make.
So not Let's Plays.
No. I'm not a Let's Player. I when I play video games, I get really not entertaining, which is why I don't really stream alone, because I don't think, I don't stream often regardless, because I don't think I have that personality. Like I said,
I think you would be surprised, because when I stream, I'm not like the fucking super active and like happy dude. I call my stream the chill stream, because it's literally just me playing. No,
I sometimes hop in my friend Brendan's stream when he's like streaming alone, and we just like have a chat, like a chill chat like this, and we just talk about random stuff, and it's just a chill stream.
Yeah.
But no, it's I don't know. I just don't really stream. I mean, I don't really like to talk about any sort of like mental health stuff publicly, really, but I do have really bad social anxiety. And
dude, like I said, I feel like that's something that a lot of YouTubers share.
but I mean, like, to the point where when I announced the second channel, I did a stream that was linked in the comments of the video, like announcing the second channel, and mentioned in the video itself. And something like 300 or 400 people showed up to that stream, and after I ended that stream, I had to I had to shut down all of my technology and then just like lie in my bed and just decompress for like an hour, because I was so on edge and like stressed out by the idea of that many people not looking at me, but that many people like watching me at once, which again is like, why do you want to fucking do stand up? But
I know, I relate to that though. Like, it's actually insane how many people are actually watching you at a time.
It is different though, because did you ever do any acting stuff, like on stage acting stuff?
I never did any theater.
Okay,
really,
I did,
because I was too afraid. So kudos to you for fucking doing it.
I'm on some level I am a trained actor, and it's incredible how different it is on a stage than like when I'm in my room and it's just people listening to what I have to say off the cuff. It is so fucking different when you're on a stage and it's lit and you're in costume and you have fucking makeup on, because at that point it's not you. They're not looking at you. And that is so fucking comforting. And I think
I see exactly what you're saying, yeah.
If I do stand-up, and obviously the thing is, when you do stand-up, it is you, but I think...
But it doesn't have to be.
No, not even that it doesn't have to be. I think if/when I ever do end up doing stand-up, I'm going to make a conscious effort to do everything I can to make sure that I don't experience that, like, everyone is looking at me. Like, I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that no one is looking at me, but it is still going to be me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Do you? Because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make... I couldn't reword it to you, but I'm picking up the vibe.
Okay,
you know what I
enough.
mean? I get,
the
like,
last, like, half of
the
this
deeper
podcast
meaning.
has not been comedy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to change my category, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been good, though.
There's been teehee funny ha-has in this podcast. You can still call it a comedy podcast.
We're some silly jokesters.
It's the Mike Birbiglia of podcasts. It's not all laughs.
There you go.
Not all laughs all the time, man. No, it's tears on a clown when no one's around, man.
I think it's good, though. I think the quality conversation is a good thing.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because it's not like we're just sitting here being sarcastic and then beating that sarcasm to each other,
true.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah, and I think, like, so, again, like I mentioned this at the top, this is the first time you and I have ever, like, had a call. Do you
Yes.
sort of see what I mean when I say that Shammy is a character at this point, after, like, speaking to me for this long?
Absolutely, yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, like, because it is, like... I don't know, because he's based off of me, like Shammy in a lot of ways, and I mentioned this again in my Q&A video. It's
which I watched, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He's an exaggerated version of myself. Specifically, a lot of the qualities of the character of Shammy are based on things that I perceive to be flaws in my own personality, because I think that by exemplifying them, I'm able to learn how to deal with them and how to write jokes about them and how to, like, get better about them. And then when I do that, sometimes, like, those qualities sort of they become less apparent in the character, because at that point it's still an exaggerated form of my personality, but that part of my personality I've learned how to better like deal with it. Like like something that I've always fucking hated about myself is that I'm so fucking smug. I'm so fucking smug sometimes. So I'm still like, oh, so fucking good. But the thing is, even if I completely work through that, I think that is an inherent trait of the character of Shammy. I don't think he is Shammy without that level of smugness, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's ever going to go anywhere for that character. But I would ideally, I like to think that won't always be like a defining characteristic of myself, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Like you're not always an asshole.
Is Shmolty a character, Schmaltz?
I went over this in my Q&A video.
Oh!
But...
No, isn't there egg on my face?
How do I say this without it being exactly what you fucking said?
It's fine.
Basically, yes. Bears.
There you go, you did it.
Bears, yes.
Bears, yes. Oh, that video. That's a weird video, isn't it?
Yes. I remember I watched that and I was like,
I had so many people...
So this is what I can expect from Second Shammy.
I literally made that video in 60 seconds. Fun fact.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah. Did
you count them?
No, I was just paying attention. I was like, drag this here, put this on top, opacity slider, song, export, done. That's all it was. Because that video exists for a reason. Initially, I wanted to get, and this is actually something that you helped me out with. I wanted to get rid of my channel URL being youtube.com/c/HiM caps lock, because that's my old username. And so I say so fucking much. And
it's
so
okay, so do I. Don't focus on it.
Different.
Oh.
I learned that it was possible if you got a second channel partnered, you could get that channel a custom URL and set it to have a redirect URL to your original channel, so that I could get youtube.com/c/shammy, which got taken since I tried to do that.
Have you seen that channel?
I have seen that channel. It's he's a CS:GO YouTuber. But I got I was like, all right, I'll get fucking youtube.com/c/shammy TV, and I'll set it to redirect to my main channel. But I found out when applying, because I was just gonna, like, I'll just apply to some fucking garbage
network.
I'll just apply to some garbage network that accepts everyone. So I applied to Freedom, a terrible network that you should not join.
You know why that's so funny to me?
Are you Freedom? Are you with Freedom?
I am, yes.
Why are you still with Freedom? What are you doing?
I will tell you outside of the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, yep.
Okay. No, so I applied for a partnership with Freedom on the second channel, and they were like, you need to have we're Freedom, we accept everybody, but you gotta have something on your channel first. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna, what files do I have on my computer? This. I made a video, and they were like, you're fucking in. And so
this is content we want to partner with.
I wound up not actually I applied, I got accepted. I didn't ever go through with it and actually get the channel partnered. And then eventually, when I was talking to you, because you mentioned in your video where you announced that you were changing your name, where'd you get that fucking idea, Shmolty?
Classic Shmolty.
You talked about how you will never have your YouTube URL is bad, but it's like, it's just something I gotta live with, whatever. And I mentioned, I was like, I feel your pain. And you were like, you can actually fix that.
Yeah, by the time you brought it up to me, I was like, oh, guess what? I fixed it.
Yeah. So now
I have 3.
I have youtube.com/c/shammy TV.
And your other one still works.
Yeah, my other one still works, but I don't want anyone to use that.
Right, you don't want them to know.
Don't want them to know.
I get comments that are like, hi, Colton 1 Zombie Killer. And I'm like, my 2010 channel name? Killer? How did you know? Yeah, amazing. 100%.
Holy shit.
Because I used to make zombies videos, but sometimes I'll click on my channel because, we obsess over these things, and I'm like, how does it look right now?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I haven't uploaded in 7 months, but what does it look like? I don't remember.
Exactly. No, so I'll look at it, I'll click on it, and I look, and it says /c/sleepy, Sleepy Sloth CG, which is one of them, or sometimes that one, Colton 1 Zombie Killer, which is literally like 6 years old.
Yeah. So that's a question for you. When did you start? We talked about this before we started recording the podcast. When did you start making videos? By the way, should we wrap this up soon? We're going really long.
Yeah, I know. It's just we've been talking about some good shit, bro. I just didn't want to change it. I didn't want to take it off.
I'm concerned about people not fucking caring. Go ahead.
Well, if they don't care, they don't have to listen, bro. Fuck them.
Did you hear that? People who aren't listening? No, you didn't, because you fucking stopped listening.
Exactly, because they aren't listening. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's offended.
Go ahead.
I forget the question.
When did you start making videos, you fucking useless waste of a goddamn cum shot?
Jesus, a waste of a cum shot? That's a pretty low blow.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's not get too distracted again.
Low-hanging fruit.
So, fuck you. I started, I'm trying to get the age right. Give or take 3 years, I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And I'm 18 now. So
fucking young boy.
Everyone a little
on YouTube is so
baby
fucking
boy.
Young. Like this is like
it's because I can't do stand up. I'm a fucking child. You know what I mean? I can do YouTube.
Like this, YouTube is like the one place where I feel old. It's the one fucking place where I feel old.
What? Okay.
I'm 21. Go ahead.
I didn't know if you wanted me to say anything.
It's fine. My age
but you're not that fucking old, is what I was.
I know I'm not that fucking old, but you're a fucking child. You're an infant, Shmolty.
How many years is
You're
that?
still 3? In diapers.
I'm 3 years younger than you.
Exactly. Disgusting.
Jesus.
Everyone's
Jesus
so fucking
Christ.
young. Everyone is so young. Everyone is so young, including me. The fact that I'm older than anyone is gross.
Because
everyone
you're
younger
still
than
young.
me should stop. Go
like,
ahead.
oh boy, you can drink now, buddy. Congratulations. You're so old.
Dude, I'm fucking ancient in YouTube years, though.
I don't know. The biggest guys are older than
Oh
me.
yeah, the biggest guys are mid-20s because the biggest guys have been around for a long time. But like,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. But yeah,
because you're a fucking infant.
because I'm
Go ahead.
such an imbecile.
You're so young. Go ahead. So when you're like
So I
10?
was 10 years old. And I started with, I shit you not, real life skits. Like
Nice.
the most awful, terribly executed and
recorded on a
designed. Fuck, what was it called? You remember those like cameras that they look like phones in shape, and then
A
they
flip
flipped out a
camera,
USB? It's called a flip?
Yeah, it's called a flip.
Yes.
I knew it.
How did you know?
Because I'm a fucking psychic. Because I did the same thing. You've been copying
You're
me
a
since
fucking genius.
you've been
Wait, you did the same
You've been
thing?
copying me since I was 12 years old.
Oh
Shmolty.
my god, dude. We are like the same human being.
Yeah. Oh god, no.
Oh no. I don't want to be friends with this Shmolty kid.
No.
Why are we so alike?
Yeah. I did the same thing. That channel's gone, by the way, completely deleted. You cannot find it.
So is mine.
The
So is
most
mine.
viewed fucking video on that channel, I think, had like 7 views. You're not gonna find it. But,
Mine was fights. Actual, like my friends and I would fight and record it.
What the fuck?
Not like with fucking knives, okay? Like we
No,
had
I mean,
like boxing
yeah,
gloves
you
on
don't
a
have
trampoline.
access to knives. You're not fucking.
Oh, you don't think so?
You're not
Don't
a
think I had
toddler
knives?
yet. You're not 18, but you're fucking.
I'm not a toddler. I was a baby.
Yeah. No, it's
But- Yeah, that's
no.
what did good for me. I got like 2,000 views on a fight video,
What the fuck?
and like creepy ass strangers would comment like,
Well, yeah,
send
you were
pictures
10.
of your feet."
Oh,
I shit
ew.
you not.
That is disgusting. I never
It
got
is.
that.
It's disturbing.
But granted,
yeah.
I never got a comment. How many
Oh,
channels
wow.
have you had? Was this all on the same channel?
I've had. Okay, so I've had 2, but I've changed this one like
Yeah,
3 times.
I'm not counting that. I'm just saying like how many. I've had
So
2 as
2.
well. I've had 2
So
as well. My
the
first
the
channel I
IRL
made in-
child one was the first.
Yeah, mine was in 2008. I want to say was when I first started making videos on YouTube.
Oh wow.
I did that, and I made videos about Halo 3 maps, and it was real fucking
Hell
cool.
yes, I did that also, but that was later on. I started with the
You
skits.
literally copied. You did everything.
It's getting weird. Like
Yeah.
we should stop this before
Yeah,
it gets
we
too
probably
meta.
actually we should probably actually stop the podcast. We've gone over an hour and a half at this point.
we have gone over an hour and a
We've
half.
gone very, very long, and I think the most interesting conversations were the ones around the middle. So
Yeah.
probably wrap it up.
So we can wrap it up, but before I'm gonna ask. You don't have to answer this,
Good
but I'm gonna
call.
ask this. So before we wrap this up, you don't have to answer. But when can I get my Shammy hoodie?
Oh, I'm working on it. Do
Do you have a timeline?
Nah, just fucking soon. Ideally, one of the I have a few different. I hired some artists to do some merch designs for me. I came up with the designs, but I want them to actually be good because most YouTuber merch is really terrible. So I made a conscious effort that I made a decision that I did not want to sell anything that I would not myself wear. So I hired some artists that I like to do the designs for me, and they are finally able to start working on them. And one of the designs is in it's 2 of the different designs are currently being worked on. I'm probably going to launch the store. I'm probably actually going to launch the store when I have like 3 or 4 designs done. And then when I've got all the designs in this first like round of merch designs, I will make a video announcing that I have merch and that people can wear my fucking dumb shit.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna wear it. I'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, see this guy? I am him.
I am him.
Everything
But
that is me,
stronger.
I got from. But strong.
I'm you, but stronger. I think, yeah. So, is that it? Is that how we...
So yeah, you can plug your shit now if you'd
Yeah,
like.
I already mentioned you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/c/ShammyTV. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at ShammyTV. If you want to follow me on Twitch to see when I infrequently stream video games with my friends, it's twitch.tv/ShammyYT. I'm sure I'm on other things, but I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I have a Patreon, but I feel we're plugging my Patreon on your channel.
Do you want to plug your podcast?
Oh, right. Fucking duh.
We're in a podcast.
I have a podcast that I am the host of with 3 of my friends, called the Please Stop Talking. It's just called Please Stop Talking. It's an off-topic podcast. We just talk about random shit. It's comedy, but it's actually comedy. It's not, we talk about our creative drive. Oh, fuck, wait, we do that in this new episode.
But, oh, wow. Fuck you now.
Yeah. No, it's
You're gonna start throwing shade and you fucking hate yourself.
No, it's on my second channel. My second channel doesn't have a fancy link yet. If you just search up Second Shammy, you'll find it.
Or after you subscribe to him.
Or after you subscribe to me, it's a related channel on my fucking channel page.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, that podcast is also available on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/pstpodcast. And if you search up Please Stop Talking on iTunes, you can find it there, because it's there as well. And also any fucking podcasting app, it should be there.
Right, because iTunes kind of sends it everywhere.
Yeah, well, SoundCloud is you use SoundCloud as an RSS feed. So
so you go from SoundCloud
to everywhere else, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's pretty much how it works, yeah.
That's the plug.
We're done. It's finally over. Done. You're free. Get out of here.
Alrighty then, that's gonna wrap up this episode. How's that, Tool? I have a mod that hates when I do accents because he actually is from the UK. Anyway, so Shammy did a good job of plugging all of his stuff, so I'm not going to go over that again, but I am going to plug my stuff, so stay tuned and make sure you listen to everything I say. If you enjoyed the podcast, be sure to rate on iTunes and, of course, subscribe if you want to hear more of them. It's also on YouTube and SoundCloud. YouTube just on my channel, youtube.com/Shmolty, and then on SoundCloud, it's under Hangin with the Sloth. So be sure to go give me a rating, or us, I guess. I don't know, I feel so weird saying just me, because really it's a group effort here. I gotta have I have a good guest each time around, at least I have so far. But anyway, I'm not going to drag on for too long, so thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will speak to you soon. Totally jacked Boogie's outro right there.